just going to nip into my local Tesco's here, and the whole point of this exercise is just to try and get you to understand what's important when it comes to food. There's lots of stuff written about food, about what you need to look for, but there's a few key things. In my view, 90% of food is irrelevant and 10% is critical. So whether you're buying beef or lamb, doesn't really matter. Salmon, mackerel, it's no real big deal. It's understanding what's important. So I'm going to try and give you a few really good examples. This is a typical Tesco store, a large store on the outskirts of a city. It's where most people do the shopping. Again, benchmarking for me, unless you can buy it from Tesco's and you can replicate the food in less than 20 minutes, there's no point in cooking it. Food has to be sustainable, it has to be enjoyable, and it has to be easy to prepare. Okay, local supermarket, for me it's all about understanding what's important and what you're looking for with food. If you get a larger supermarket like this, the chances are they're going to have an ethnic section. This is really, really good because you can get some fantastic product which is really cheap and really good. You've got all the different spices here, 99 for these, 100 grams, they're really good. You've got turmeric, which is great anti-inflammatory. You've got sort of cassia, cinnamon bark as well. You know, this stuff's really, really good to play about with. I use this a lot. And then it's also the tin products. Chopped tomatoes, chickpeas, all really, really good quality, non-branded. That is £1.80, okay? So that is 400 grams of Thai green curry paste. You need about 2 teaspoons of this to make a dish. Same product, 89 pence. When you're shopping for meat, this can be a bit of a black art. People don't know what to look for with it. You can spend a lot of money and not necessarily get a better quality product. Good quality red meat should be a staple in any diet. It's going to be rich in iron. It's going to be good quality protein, and it's going to help your muscles repair. So when you're looking for meat, you know, what I'm looking for here is I'm looking for nice marbling. I can see the grain of the meat's nice, it's slight oxidation on it. It's been matured for 21 days, it's UK sourced and it's cut and packaged in the UK, so they've got complete control of that product. It's not gone out with the UK where they've got different regulations. It's a really, really lovely product you've got here. £2.82 here for a couple of 100 grams of good quality protein. I think is really, really good value. Just try and look past the labelling, try and look past the hype that's in the press quite often. Just because this has got a generic name on it is not a bad thing. Another sort of hot topic at the moment is sugar. Sugar seems to be the work of the devil. What you've got in a product like this, a juice drink is going to be something that's effectively a flavoured syrup. So what you've got in here is water, glucose, fructose, syrup, cranberry juice from concentrate and other things. So this is actually sugar flavoured syrup. Not great. You go down one shelf and you've got apple juice from concentrate. This isn't a bad product to have, not a bad product at all. Effectively it's apple juice. It's being played about with a little bit of manufacturing, but you'll see it's got 1 of your 5 a day. This is just a sugar syrup substitute. You can then grab another product like this, okay, ever so slightly more, it's 100% pressed apple and mango. That's a really good product. That one isn't. Alright, it's just trying to get your head around it. If it's got 1 or 5 a day, generally they've done their due diligence on it, and it's just a matter of looking past the packaging and see what you're going to get. So I don't have an issue with buying this. I would have an issue with buying that. They're on the same shelf. Okay, these are good bases for smoothies. They're actually great if you want to just take them out for a drink when you're riding your bike. Mix them down with a little bit of water, a touch of salt in there. You've got effectively your own electrolyte. Gluten-free, free-from products is a massive area of growth. If you'd said to me 3 years ago that I would be gluten-free, I'd have laughed in your face. I personally believe from my own experience and having tested it myself and on a number of athletes that, you know, a gluten-free diet is something that should be considered. Again, there's the sort of pitfalls when it comes to buying gluten-free product. If you just buy a product that's gluten-free, okay, quite often it can just be another heavily processed product. It's actually no better than a traditional biscuit that you would buy. With any processed product, what you've got to bear in mind is if it's been processed, if it's been heavily manufactured, a lot of the nutrients and vitamins within that food are just going to disappear. Heavily processing quite often leads to minimal nutritional value. Minimal nutritional value means you're going to have to eat more of it to feel full. By default, that isn't a good thing. I would just look past the labels. These healthy granolas are great in theory. In reality, they're just loads of sugar-coated oats. So I would generally go for a product that's been played about with as little as possible. When you come in buying biscuits or treats, try and recognise the ingredients. Palm oil, margarine have no place, in my view, in anybody's diet. Canned meat, canned fish. This aisle is probably one of my favourite. It's actually a real sort of dichotomy of excellence when it comes to food. What you've got here, in my view, is one of the real basics that you should have in any store cupboard is tin tuna. Tin tuna, mackerel, sardines are really, really good forms of healthy protein. You've got lots of good oils, lots of good fats in them, and to be honest, they form a really good basis for a lot of excellent meals. You're in from a ride, you're tired, you're fatigued, you can take some cooked grains, whether it's rice or quinoa, mix it with some chopped avocado, some tinned fish, some fresh salad, either cucumber, tomato, some rocket, mix it all together and you've got a really well balanced, nutritious meal. Tinned meat that you've got here, spam, corned beef, anything like that, it's got minimal nutritional value. There's no point in having it. If you look at the history of British cycling, one of the best cyclists ever to come out of the UK was a gentleman called Graham O'Brien. Graham O'Brien famously fueled himself on sardines on toast. I think if it's good enough for O'Brien, it was good enough for you. Local Tesco's done its job really. Hopefully it can explain to you in really simple terms what you're looking for. I think the best example, a few things I've got here. Best one to show you is probably coconut milk. Looking at these two products, in theory exactly the same. Reading the ingredients, bizarrely, the cheap one has got 75% coconut extract. This one's only got 56% coconut extract. £2, £70, okay? I know where I'd spend my money. So just look past the prices. People think they can't afford to eat well. In my view, you can't afford not to. It's just a matter of understanding what's important. So another really, really good example, branded, non-branded, third of the price. Something for me I think is really important is you recognise you're going to snack, you're going to be hungry during the day, you know, your energy levels are going to ebb and flow depending on your training load, how well you've slept. A couple of good snacks I've managed to pick up today. Coconut bar, better for you than a bar of chocolate. Alright, it's got some fat in it. At the end of the day, it's half decent fat, 35p. Good default protein, a little bit of beef jerky. This is widely available now, so I'm going to snack on anything, try and snack on these two. With food, you don't want to be a snob about it. Recognise you're going to shop in local supermarkets, understand what you're looking for and try and concentrate on what's important.